And we're live, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, you already know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is, baby. Jones out, we missed y'all. But we
Yes,
back
sir.
at
Yes,
it.
sir.
One and only. And Acid. Thank you, my brother. Editor and producer. You already know.
Oh my God, man. How we doing, man? How we doing? How you feeling?
You know, we outside. It's real New York shit right now. You know what I'm saying? We outside in the streets. You know what I mean? You know, because the grind
Jones,
don't stop. That's right.
Jones, we born to
Ghostbusters.
die.
Jonesy Ghostbusters. Back in the building. Got wifey in the back. Got,
Hey.
got the dog right here, young Nip. Come on, boy. About to cross. Yeah, man. So how you been, man? It's a fucking beautiful. It's been a good summer, man. It's been a good summer so far, right?
Yes,
New York
sir.
summer. You know what I'm saying? Vibes is right outside. You know, weather is right outside, man. It's been good.
Can't complain,
It's
man.
been,
Can't
yeah,
complain
I
on that
can't
front.
complain either. Hell yeah, can't complain. It hasn't even been that hot. I feel like it hasn't even been like that much crime and shit. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like I feel like people complain because they can complain. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like
Oh yeah, well,
we wouldn't even be having this fucking discussion if people wouldn't be complaining about it. You know what I mean?
mhm. Well, you know, with social media, everybody got an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Jones Hour, and
Yeah.
you know, so you know, it is what it is.
Yes,
It is what
sir.
it is. People do that, you know. So, but
And we gotta
uh,
we gotta catch me outside
Jones,
Jones right
we
now,
born.
bro.
yeah, yeah,
Jones,
yep.
we born to
Well,
die.
what podcaster does it while he's outside walking his dog, nigga? That's how committed he is. You know what I'm saying?
There you
That's
go.
how
There you
committed
go.
he is. That's
That's
how
real
committed
deal
we are.
commitment right there.
Yeah, hell yeah. Fuck y'all, hating ass niggas. So fuck that. Let's get into it, man. Let's you know it's summer. It's always MLB that we got to start with. Always got to start with the Mets and Yankees. Uh,
Let's get right into
um,
it, bro.
yeah, hell yeah. I think we start with the Yankees this week. You know what
All
I
right, cool.
mean? You know we pulled off like a good 6 or 7 in a row. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice little streak, but we lost this series to the Cubs. You know what I'm saying? Today, losing earlier. I believe the score was 4-1 that we lost today. You know what I'm saying? So like, we do got some bright smarts, but then we got a big problem on the injury front. You know what I'm saying? Clark Schmidt, our 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 starter. You know he's out now. Tommy John, so he's done for the
Hmm.
season. You know what I'm saying? So now that's him and Garrett Cole, two people that was supposed to be in our rotation. And now all you got is just Rodon and Max Fried, which shout out Rodon. He now, now he's an All Star. He made the roster after so whatever pitcher couldn't make it. Because he was pitching too close to the rotation. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
now we got Rodon. Which he deserved it. He was having he's had a real good start to the season and shit like that. But pitching is big. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing even for the Mets right now too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just went into it lacking and thinking you was gonna push it together. We had just catastrophic injuries to two of our fucking starters. You know what I'm saying? And going in with another starter with Heel out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we just trying to mix and match and put pieces together to make it happen and shit like that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So um
So
we're
at this
gonna
point right now, like actually let me just go back. Um I have it up right now. Right now you guys are 2 games behind the Blue Jays.
yeah, and Tampa's right
Um
there. Toronto and Tampa, they've they've caught up to us, man. We had a bad streak, nigga. We lost like maybe uh, we was like 2-11 in 13 games or some shit like that before we
yeah.
won this little 6 or 7 in a row. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like even like that, even winning 6 or 7 in a row, that's still not above 500 from the last whatever amount of games that is combined. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? 20 games. Last 20 games, you're still under 500. You know what I'm saying? It's going to show in the standings. It's gonna show obviously. Well, not in the standings, but in the field. Where it's like you could lose a lead like they did. That seems to be what happened. You know what I mean? And they lost. They lost the lead. You know, as we got Cactus Jack and Terry Funk going at it in the.
I figured we have a little bit of a flair in the background,
Yeah, word. Fuck it. So yeah. So fucking we gotta see what we gotta do with that, man. We gotta see what we could do. Shout out to Cody Bellinger. Hit 3 home runs the other day, the first game against Chicago, which is his old team. You know what I'm saying? He was on like a 16, 17 game hitting streak. You know what I'm saying? And it was probably the reason why we was winning those games in a row.
Yeah.
So hopefully. It's just kind of bad. Like, we gotta go on this break, and we're gonna go to the All-Star break in like whatever, a couple of days or whatever it is, or this weekend now, or next weekend. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like damn. We started winning some games, started putting W's together, and then now, we gotta take a break again. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what that could do, with the momentum or the flow of the team. You know what I'm saying? At the moment,
Yeah, absolutely. You get that loss before the break, it kind of sucks balls. Like you wanna end it out, fucking, especially when you have fucking 5 straight wins. Like you don't want to end it on a sour note.
Yeah.
And then when you do come back, you got to go against the Braves. You got to go against the Blue Jays.
Well, the Braves haven't really been shit. You know what I'm saying? If we want to get into some Mets shit, you know what I'm saying? Juan Soto, like, you gotta shout him out, or whatever Dasha y'all had before. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much dead now because, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Juan Soto, he had like the best June. He had like the
Yeah.
best June.
Yep.
And like one of the best Junes in the Mets history. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to hitting. You know what I'm saying? So that was big.
Definitely.
And he's gotten, yeah. It's still Phillies. It's still Phillies. Thank God. Atlanta has been, basically losing to everybody again except y'all type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Unfortunately, it's like
Yeah.
literally the one team that I you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't want to get swept by the fucking Braves.
Yeah.
That shit hurts. I don't feel good at night. Like it's that type of shit.
Where.
Like no matter how many sweeps we could get on the Yankees, bro, like I'm not gonna feel good about getting swept by the Braves, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
nah, definitely not.
That pain doesn't
Definitely
go away.
not. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, man. So like, but they still got the same pitching problems, and like your lineup is real top heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And
your first 4 to 5 is really, really big, but after that there is a fall off, and maybe there could be a move that could be made. But because the trade day, my bad. I was just gonna say the trade deadline is coming up.
Yeah, go for it.
No, that's it. I don't know who they could do, or if they even considering a move or something like that. But an extra bat in the lineup. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't help if you could find a team that's selling somebody. That could be useful.
I mean, I don't know off the top of the head.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. But
knowing them, I guarantee you they're looking into it.
Right.
Like even if they're not gonna do it, they're gonna look into it. That's just good business right there.
Right.
Because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so even if it doesn't, like, you pull out last minute, whatever it is, like, like, hey, there's a market for this or a market for that, or what, you know what I mean? Like, you never know. Never fucking know.
Yeah.
But
that's a fact.
but yeah.
That's a fact.
But to get back into the Braves sinking down and the Marlins coming back up into it, at least somewhat coming above the Braves, which would be the last thing that I would have fucking expected. But the Phillies actually having a half a game lead right now. The Mets lost today. Actually made this happen, which sucks balls. But yeah, the Phillies right now, the Mets aren't the only ones in second place, and they're fucking, you know, in their given, you know, position. But yeah, it kind of sucks balls, bro.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, it's all right though. It's all right. I mean, the season is still early. Again, I mean, it's probably more than a halfway point in terms of games total. You know what I'm saying? Like they're probably already paid more than 80 games when it's 160 and shit. But they, you know, they're going into the break now, and you know, dog days is here, man. August and September. Those are the months that make the teams, man. That's what I always say, bro. Those are the months that matter. You know what I'm saying? You could go back and yeah, there's gonna be some series that might have been a difference that you know that you didn't know about in May or April or June or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, what you do at the end of the season is what's gonna matter more. You know what I'm saying? Because getting hot at the right time, going on a run, things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're most likely to see. That's what you're definitely gonna see. You're gonna see that, and you see it every year. You know, there's some team that was like I said, that was not looking to be in contention, and then all of a sudden they get hot. They play the right games, they play the right teams, and then it's over. You know.
Yeah. The one thing that I want to discuss with the Mets though is that it seems to be the thing. Like, like beggars can't be choosers in a situation, you know, because at least they're doing well. But I want more sweeps, bro. You know, like all these 2 out of 3 series and shit like that. It seems to be the fucking
you gotta
thing.
take
Like,
them
we
though.
can't. Absolutely, bro. Like I said, beggars can't be choosers, bro. Like it seems like no matter what, like even if we're destroying them in like 2 straight games, that last game, bro, like we're fucked, you know. Win 2,
Yeah, I mean,
lose 1. Win 2, lose 1. Win 2, lose 1. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah,
Just
I mean,
eternal thought right there.
Yeah, nah, I mean, like you said, beggars can't be choosers. So, like, you know, you gotta just, I mean, you're winning series, man, and that's all that matters. You keep that streak going, and it should turn into some W's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, catching up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's hard to stay. It's hard to do that for the longevity of a season. It's hard to continue to win series after series. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And eventually you're gonna play Philly again. That's what you really need to look at in the standing. I mean, in the schedule, how many more games against Philly that you have in the second half? You know what I'm saying? Because that could be a determining factor. Like if you still got 9 games against them, like going 5-4, you know, I mean it helps, but you know, ideally you want to possibly sweep a series or something like that and take 7 out of 9. You know what I'm saying? 7 out of 9 would be big in terms of the comeback that you're trying to make. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I definitely feel you with that. I mean,
yeah, man.
It seems to be like the Mets have like the opposite though, like with at least scheduling. You know, like we got the A's. I mean, not the A's. We got the Angels. I wish we had the A's. We got we're going against the Angels when we and the Reds when we come out of the break. So it actually, like, if we can get those sweeps under our belt, like, I'll be very, very happy. At least one of them.
Well, I mean, to start would be good. You know, everybody want to start strong. You know, it's almost like a new season, or in reality. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You come up from the break. You know, you have the fun, the hoopla, the home run derby, the All-Star game, all of that shit, everything like that. But you know, now's the time. You know, now's the time. This is where the most meaningful games is going to be coming from. You know what I mean? So, shout out to the Mets and the Yankees, man. There's 2 second-place teams in the division, but possibly, you know, could do something. know what I mean?
Absolutely, bro. I'm fucking.
I mean,
open
we
for it.
looking at 2 playoff teams. Let's be real. Let's be real, bro. We're
No,
looking at 2
absolutely.
playoff teams. We're in the playoffs right now. If the season ends right now, we're 2 playoff teams. Granted, wild cards, but we're in. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to hear
So
that's the thing with baseball, bro. Like it needs to be clear. You know what I mean? Like I don't want, especially for the Mets, bro. Like I'm over wild card shit, bro.
yeah,
I'm
nah.
over
I
it.
mean, I feel you. I feel you and
You
shit.
guys
But
don't usually have that problem. You know what I mean? Like you guys are clear. Like you guys might be clear wild card, and you guys are automatic ins in that situation. But like
mhm,
I look at it like I'm not trying to fucking risk that shit again, bro. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Like some shit might
I mean,
happen. You know what I mean?
y'all was a wild card last year, though. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? So you,
fam.
yeah. But you
That's what
still
I'm
a wild
fucking
card last year.
saying. We're always the wild card, bro. I'm not trying to be the fucking wild card. Fuck
Yeah,
that
man.
wild card shit.
Nah. Nah,
Fuck
man.
about
You can't
losing
say
by a
that. You
half a
can't
game
say
type
that. You
shit.
can't say that, bro. You can't say that, nigga. Because in reality, nigga, all that matters is getting in. All that
I
matters
don't
is
like it.
getting into the playoffs. All that
I
matters
don't
is
like it.
getting into playoffs. You could not like it. You could say whatever. You know what I'm saying? Ideally, obviously, the goal is the division. You know what I'm saying? To get a bye, possibly. You know, things of that nature. You know, we all understand that. You know what I mean? But in reality, getting in is just as good. You know what I mean? And showing out. You know, because then it's a complete start over. You know what I mean? It's a complete start over. You know, and you know, Juan Soto so far is paying off, man. I don't care what nobody says, man. And that's the funny thing about New Yorkers. Facts, facts. That's the funny thing about New Yorkers and New York fans and shit like that. That's why it's so hard and shit like that, because it's always what you do recently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When the season first started,
What
everybody
have
was
you done
killing
for me
Soto.
lately?
Yeah, well, you know, when it was the first beginning of the season, everybody was killing Soto. Everybody was like, "Oh, you know, he's not happy here. He don't want to be here. He did it for his family." Yeah,
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that.
you know,
Yeah, definitely.
and and when that happened, he you know, he was with the Yankees. They played early in the season, and he was smiling with Judge. They was like, he not smiling, he not happy, all that other shit. And then he goes on record to have the best June ever, one of the best Junes ever in Met history in terms of hitting. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And now it's like, yo, oh, Soto's our guy. You know what I'm saying? He gonna carry us to the promised land. You know, he the man and shit like that all over
I mean,
again. You know what I mean?
I don't hear it. I don't really hear it from Met fans, bro. Like Grimace and that type of shit. I hear it. I hear it from Yankee fans. Yankee fans are the ones that try to make me feel like shit about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, how do you feel about Soto? You know, like, like
Yeah, nah,
he's like,
no,
yo,
of
bro.
course. You want to know why? Because we don't know why. Because we had him. You know what I'm saying? And we felt good with him. You know what I'm saying? Look at what him and Judge did. It was like reminiscent of like Roof and Garrick and fucking Mantle and Maris and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was Judge and Soto putting up crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? We go to the fucking World Series. You know what I mean? You know, and like, yeah, you could say that we've kind of recovered in terms of what we got in return in terms of the money that we would have spent on Soto. You know, like we don't get probably Cody Bellinger, we probably don't get Max Fried, we probably don't get these other players, Paul Goldschmidt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, to be on our team. You know what I mean? But you know, we got them. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, we staying afloat. We doing good. Well, I mean, we're not doing as good as we started out to be. You know what I'm saying? But if you ever noticed, like in the last couple of seasons, we've seen this within the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? Like they go through
Also,
this funk
I
of
don't,
like just
I don't
bad
view,
baseball and not winning.
I don't view the Blue Jays as like an actual like threat.
Nah, I mean they legit. They got, you know, Vlad Jr. and Bichette and, you
I know
know,
who
other
they have.
players. You know,
I know who
they
they
got
have.
some
I'm just
free
saying,
agents
like,
that signed.
but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll always look at them as a non-threat.
Well, I mean,
Like,
you got to look at them as. I mean, we're gonna look at them as a non-threat until they actually do something. You know what I'm saying?
if I
That's what
had
it
to
comes
put my
down to.
money on
That's
a
what
team
every team.
fucking it up,
Look at Baltimore. Look at Baltimore. Baltimore the
but
past
if
two
I had,
seasons was supposed to be one of the nicest teams in baseball, and you know they just never got it together. And now look at them almost at like in last place type shit.
but if I had to put my money on a team fucking it up last minute, it would be first the Blue Jays, and secondly probably us.
The Mets.
Mets, yeah.
I mean, you're not too off. You're not too far off with that one in history.
That's what I'm
but you know
saying,
what?
bro.
The
Like,
times change, man. The times change. You don't. This is why. This is why you sign a player like Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. You know what I'm saying? To change those times, to make it where it's not like that no more. You know what I mean? Where you 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 create this winning culture of baseball over there. You know what I'm saying? And setting a standard and not accepting less as a player and holding the other players accountable on your team. You know what I'm saying? And keeping it all within the clubhouse, tight knit. You know what I'm saying? Not in the media talking shit. You know what I'm saying? This is how you build franchises and teams and getting those types of players on your team. You know what I'm saying? To buy into to obviously the goal, which is basically the World Series, to win the ring, to win the chip.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And the reason why I say like it's all good right now is because, man, like we're gonna be two teams that's in it. Right now, you can't definitively say that the Yankees or the Mets can't win the World Series this year. You know what I'm saying? Like in years past, there's times that you could say either one of those teams was not gonna win it definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, we're not winning this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man, we're trash. You know what I mean? But not right now. This is like an era of good New York sports, man. This is like we've had videos about this in the past. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to like why it's hard to win in New York and how hard the fans are on their players and whatnot. That kind of makes some players not be able to live up to the hype with all the media and all the shit that comes out in the papers and shit every day. You know what I mean? So that's why, some players falter out here. But, we don't do them no favors neither by fans and not getting behind them once they fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And being understanding, you know what I'm saying, of like the pressure that they're on by being fucking professional athletes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you know, it's hard to be out here. But we got the Mets and we got the Mets and the Yankees, we got the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the Giants and Jets can get it together. Hopefully, the Islanders just had the first pick this young boy up. You know what I'm saying? We forgot to mention that the last show. I forgot homie's name. I had it last week though. And I did know it. I was like, oh yeah, that's a kid we got. You know what I'm saying? And I think
Matthew something.
and I think he's like black or some shit, bro.
No, he's not.
Or Spanish or some shit. Or some other or one of the first top picks was like that. There was a record 20 non-white people in the first round pick this year in hockey. Yeah, nigga, that shit is culture. Uh, Black Twitter is like, nigga, we taking over this shit too now. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers playing hockey now. It's over. You know what I mean? That's just jokes. But yeah, the Islanders, yeah, man. We just had the first pick. Schaefer, yeah.
Matthew
What he look like?
he's a white dude, but I don't.
Oh yeah, all right. So there was some other cats that was top picks on other teams.
I'll show you right now.
Nah, it's all right. It's all right.
Okay. Fine.
Fine.
Whatever you say.
Yeah. So hopefully going getting back to it. You know what I'm saying? That'll set the trend for New York. You know what I mean? And we could get back into like being able to talk shit about our teams, man. It's been over. Obviously, the last team to win is the Giants in 2011. You know what I'm saying? We going on almost 15 years already without a ring, except for the Liberty. Shout out to Liberty. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know?
I mean, I want to count that. Like, I want to like be like, like super.
No, I do. I do count it. Because you know what? WNBA is gonna get live, man. Like it is where it is now with Paige Bucher and and Caitlin Clark and you got Angel Reese, but you still got some other cats coming up like Juju. Juju's gonna come out in the next draft. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a big Angel Reese fan.
No, I mean, I'm not saying, I'm not just saying that, but I'm just saying that these players is good for the sport, man. they're building up their own fan base of young kids, like
Angel Reese is
young
like a young
girls.
Rodman.
Huh?
Angel Reese is like a young Rodman.
Yeah, well, Robin's Beast in the Hall of Fame, though. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. But
Hmm. And this girl's averaging a double double. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I mean? Like she's all about them boards, you know?
Hmm.
But she's offensively kind of boo boo.
Yeah, that's all right though. That's all right. That's all right. You know what I'm saying? But she's still giving you that 10. She's still giving you a double double. So I mean, as offensive as she's still giving you 10. And 9 times out of 10, those shots that she's missing is probably her own rebounds anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really, huh?
They're out here throwing. Shit's entertaining, bro. They're out here throwing hands and shit. You know.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. Wait, hold on. Let's end fucking. I think that's it for the MLB though on the Yankees and the Mets.
What do you want to get into
Guys,
now, bro?
yeah, no, we just keep talking about the WNBA, man. Fucking get them some, you know what I'm
Baloncesto?
saying?
Baloncesto?
Facts. We in the middle of their season right now. You know what I'm saying? And I think Caitlin Clark played against Paige Buchers last night. I don't know who won that game. You know what I mean? But it's gonna be big to see how how these young girls do in the future. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Cause they good, man. They good. They
They're
I'm
very
trying
good.
to find a good spot. Yeah, and they're entertaining, and the beef is good too. You know what I'm saying? And it looks like they be having like love quarrels and shit like that also. You know what I'm saying? Where they got like
Yeah, they got a lot of
shorties that
love
was in
quarrels,
relationships on other teams and shit. You know what I'm saying?
but it's weird to me because it's like the dynamic. Like a lot of people are saying that it's due to a lot of that. Like
Uh-huh.
at least for Caitlin Clark because she's straight. You know,
Uh-huh.
and that's like a very fucking rare thing apparently in the WNBA.
Uh-huh. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Well, Caitlin Clark hasn't been doing too good, man. She only shooting like 27% from three on the season. You know what I'm saying? And this girl, Paige, she been showing out. You know what I'm saying? Killing in assists and shit like that. Liberty is still a top team though. I would say it's still the team to beat. Aces might have fell off a little bit though, but Asia still beats them from what I've seen. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about,
103.
they lost Kelsey Plum. I think the Sparks has been killing on the come up.
Did you hear me?
What? Nah.
They won today,
Oh,
102-83. Caitlin
oh,
Clark won.
word. Oh, word. Yeah. And she's good for the league, man. So I gotta show. I don't hate on her. I know there's a lot of. I think the hate is from, you know, um. Hi, how you doing? Is that she gets the hate because like I think it's because the reverse of like you know being the white girl in the league. You know what I'm saying? Being the white girl in the league and you know.
But that's the thing, though. She's not the only white girl in the league. Like, there's other
No, I
white
know
girls
now.
in the
There's
league. It's not even now. Like before that. Like I think it has a lot to do with the sexual dynamic, but outside of that, because of her height. You know,
mm,
like the fact that she's so fucking hyped. But I'm so surprised because it's not like Sabrina Nescu wasn't this hyped. You know, I mean, given Sabrina Ionescu didn't have like a come up hype, like she didn't have the fucking like
mm.
giant
I think because
college
I think that's because
season.
I think that's more because of when Kobe passed though. You know what I'm saying? I think the timing of that. You know what I'm saying? Because Ionesco was like one of his daughter's favorite players, Gigi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I think it would have been bigger. You know what I'm saying? Even if Gigi would have been alive right now, I mean, I think she would be in the WNBA or in college right now or whatever it is playing ball, guaranteed.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, not a doubt in my mind. Like, this is not like, oh, like a hypothetical or some shit. Like, nah, she would have been in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I totally believe
So,
that.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, but I think that's what some of the press held back on her. You know what I'm saying? At the moment, you know what I'm saying? It just It just wasn't there. It was different, you know. But shout out to the WNBA, man. I see them making bigger moves. I see they're gonna even expand the teams. I think they're adding a couple of more. You know what I mean? They just added Golden State as a team, you know, this year. So, you know, I hope they succeed, honestly. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of young girls that love to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? And
I
they're
hope
good
so
at it.
too. I mean,
And I
the
hope
thing
that
is
they
like the
could
only
actually do it and make a living. My bad. Like making
no,
that.
no, you're
You know
absolutely
what I mean?
right. Like they're still being supported by the NBA, but outside of that, like the only way that they're going to progress is if they are expanded. Like that's the
Mm-hmm.
only way. Like
Mm-hmm.
you need more players, you
Take a
need more
chance.
talent. You need
Mm-hmm.
more talent, bro. You need to
Mm-hmm.
take on more players. Like you stretch that shit out, then actual players are be able to show off their talent in another market, you know, and not be shelved or be benched on a
Mm-hmm.
regular basis. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah.
gives more space to others, you know. Similar to what the NBA is now, you know what I mean? Like it's very balanced, you know, like it's way more balanced than it used to be. But outside of that, like there's so many stars in the league, more than there was before, you know?
Right.
And that's what you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, right.
Ultimately,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you want. You want a bunch of people like to have a hometown fucking, you know what I mean? Like you want a girl growing up that loves basketball to be like, I'm from New York. I got blah 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 blah. Those are my 3 favorite basketball players. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Like that should be the mindset of that. Like, but if you don't have a fucking team in wherever major city, you know, then you're fucked, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's proven like you can create a fan base. Look at fucking Seattle. You know, like how is that team still
Yeah,
existent?
I think yeah, Storm. Yeah, they won. They had Sue Bird and shit. You know what I'm saying? They won chips.
You
They
know what I'm
won rings.
saying? Like how the fuck are they still existent? They're literally the most successful WNBA franchise. Like they literally they kept that arena that they fucking that, you know, they're gonna bring another fucking. They haven't announced it officially, but everyone's pointing that that's going to be the fucking case. That now the Kraken play in. They have the NHL there now, you know. But like that original Key Bank Arena is now. I forgot what the fuck they call it now, but they expanded it and they never left. They've been there the whole fucking time, you know.
Right. Yeah, I think the NBA is gonna bring a team over there to Seattle. I think
Oh,
I think that's a fact too. You know what I mean?
Oh
To
yeah,
bring one back.
Vegas,
And I hope
Vegas
they're
and
the
Seattle.
Sonics too. I hope they're the
Vegas.
Sonics.
Oh, they're definitely. There's no doubt that like when they, because no one's holding the name. You know, like if the Sonics moved to fucking OKC and OKC was called the Oklahoma City Sonics, then absolutely, then there would be a problem. Similar to like the Jazz, New Orleans trying to get the Jazz name back from the fucking Utah Jazz. Like that's not gonna happen, bro. Like that's the Utah Jazz now. You know what I mean? Like it's been that way for a while. Like it's not the same situation. Like they're literally just gonna take the fucking name back. It's gonna be boom. The question is Rafters. They're literally gonna have to like go and be like, no, like you're gonna have to give us our shit back. You know, like because this is what we are. We are the Seattle Sonics.
And OKC, yeah, they just won.
has all their shit.
You know what I'm saying?
OKC
Yeah,
has all their shit. They need to get all their Rafters back.
Yeah, first player they need to retire is like Nick Collison or some shit. Put his jersey up, and that's the first OKC Thunder player. You know what I'm saying? In history. You know what I'm saying? Because he was there. He wrote it out.
Oh, for a long fucking time.
For a minute. Hell yeah. Fucking Emeka Okafor or some shit.
What a weird player. Okafor.
Thanks. Yeah, man. Also, even the fucking summer league is going down too right now. You know what I'm saying? Got some of the young talent. I hope some of that. That's what I think. You know, like as we seen as like some moves. We got Jordan Clarkson, Knicks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We could do a little. Keep it just basketball, but to the NBA now. We got Jordan Clarkson. My bad, go ahead.
Yeah. But before we jump into all that, like you just breezed over. Did you see any of this? The clips from this Yang kid?
Yeah, the Japanese kid.
Hansen.
That's his name, right?
Yeah, Yang Hansen.
Yeah.
Kid looks sick, bro.
Yeah, no, he
That's
looks
Yao Ming
nice. Like
too
that's what
right
I was,
there, bro.
nah, that's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that's exactly what I was trying to say. Like I was hoping, like we seen the moves that we made in getting Jordan Clarkson and filling out wait, who else? The other big man that's that was on the 76ers.
Yabu
Yeah, I can't stop that. I don't know how to say his name. Yabusele.
Garcon Yabusele.
Yes, that one.
Garcon Yabusele.
Yabusele.
There you go, bro.
Yeah, I got it. So him, we seen that moves, but I
You
was
just
hoping, like
call
I
him
was gonna
Yabu.
say, yeah, I was hoping that we could get some of these young cats that we see playing right now. You know what I'm saying on the summer league to actually make the roster to round that out. You know what I'm saying? See if they get some play. You know what I'm saying? There's some question marks with Woodson right now, and around the Knicks and exactly what's the move now, what's going to be their identity. You know what I'm saying? Because we've
Brown.
seen what their Mike Brown. Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said
Yeah,
Woodson.
now
But
what?
keep going.
Oh yeah, my bad. Mike Brown. You're right. I think I did say
You didn't
Woodson.
even say Mike. You just said Woodson.
Yeah, nah. So Mike Brown, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just saying that, to say this, that his coaching style is really run and gun. You know what I'm saying? He likes to run with the ball and shit like that. The Knicks team doesn't really necessarily look like a team that's built to be running right now. What their sense to be around is. You know what I'm saying? When you see them, it's like, oh, it's um real half court oriented, setting up, getting ISOs for Brunson or pick and rolls for people, you know what I'm saying, just crashing boards and hustling teams and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Mitchell Robinson is not gonna be running breaks. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Karl Anthony Towns running that many breaks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the team for it. You know what I mean? But I still also feel like, there is a possibility for another big move. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna say that until there's not. You know what I mean? Because I really
uh,
feel like
y-
I really
yeah.
feel like if the move was there, or you could get the player, you know what I'm saying, like a Giannis or something like that, and they could pull the trigger and the cost they feel is like, you know, understandable or something. You know what I mean? I think they will do it. I don't know.
I listen. I really, really want Giannis, but I don't want to force the situation.
Nah, I
I
don't want
don't
Giannis.
like. I really, really want Giannis, but I don't want to force the situation. I think that he'll come here no matter what. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, like if he comes to free agent.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like we can literally wait a year and then just get him next year. Like that's
Right.
the way I look at it. Like yes, that would push us over the top, but there's so many things, and you are right, that would fit a Mike Brown system. And you know what I do like about Mike Brown, to not to completely sidetrack from it, is that its
Hmm.
versatility. There's no such thing as a Mike Brown system.
Yeah.
Outside of run and gun type like ball,
Uh,
like you literally got a coach that's going to run systems the same way that the Pacers did. So we'll be running faster than the Pacers. We'll be running the same thing. Like we'll be running fucking 11-man rotations,
uh,
in the playoffs. And that's what we need. Like I think
hopefully.
that's why we hired him in the fucking first place, is that's why we got him. And it has nothing to, we're going complete opposite here. I think we're going
Mm.
like complete offense first, defense second, but then it
Yeah, I
leaves
think so
question
too.
marks.
Yeah, I know.
I
Yeah. Mm.
at this point, from what everyone's been saying, bro, I don't think Giannis is coming here. I don't think that's gonna be like. I don't think it's gonna happen. The initial reports were he didn't want to leave, like he wanted to stay, and then that leaves them in kind of a sour spot where they kind of go, all right, well, that's our franchise. Like we need it needs to be super big without their franchise, or better, their fan base. Sorry about the franchise, but like without their fan base go up and uprooting and being like, you know what, fuck you guys, like fuck you,
Hmm.
like we just had this, we have this brief glimpse of greatness, and you guys just fucking trade him away for some
Mm.
shit, like
Yeah.
they're gonna want the bag, bro.
Mm.
Like so, like I think it's gonna be, they're gonna let him rot. They're gonna let him sit. Not let him sit, but he's just. I think he's gonna be on the Bucks this year, maybe into next year because I think he has. I think it's 2 years. I think the second year is his last final year is an option, but I think that this year's is like actual final like year technically, you know. But like I think we should just fucking pick him up after that, bro, because then it just drops the value, you know.
All right.
And it's not like Giannis is going to be like crazy old next year, but you know, like I don't necessarily see it as that big of a like con. Like I'll take Giannis next year over fucking trading the whole team this year.
All right. Man, I mean, I could feel what you're saying with that, but it's like, are we going to have the money though to sign him as a free agent? That's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
That's a great.
And Milwaukee, yeah, you know, and when you think about it, it's like Milwaukee. You know, they did what they did with Dame. I don't know who they're gonna play. You know what I'm saying? Giannis might be there, and you know they can start the season fucking 5-15. You know what I'm saying? First 20 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not working. Doc Rivers, we know his history of being, you know, questionable as a coach. You know what I'm saying? And now they're sellers. You know what I'm saying? So now when you look at it, there could be this type of, you know, option out there of a team like the Knicks that the way you could make the trade. You know what I'm saying? But also a sign. You know, like we want to make the trade, but he wants to sign his too.
Yeah.
So,
no, absolutely, bro. I
well,
just
we'll
view
see.
it. Yeah, we'll definitely see. I definitely want him. I agree with you there. I would love to fucking have Giannis, but like I look at it like there's just we were so close to getting to the championships last year. What we had, you know, like we can easily have been the Pacers. I mean, thankfully, you know, our star player didn't go down with the injury. You know, these playoffs. But like I look at it like we could have easily been like the Pacers. Like we could have easily have gone to the championship this year. You know? So if that was the case, I wouldn't have blown the team up. You know what I mean? Like I view us as too good to blow the team up for someone like Giannis. You know, I view us as a team that Giannis will want to come to as soon as he's given the opportunity to.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I don't know if we would have to blow the team out. I think we would have to maybe trade like three players though. I don't know.
There's no way they're taking that. They're gonna fucking there's no way that we're just giving them listen, like it makes sense on paper. Us giving Cat and you know Mikal Bridges and picks and you know what I mean? Like it makes sense on paper, but it doesn't make sense for their fan base. You understand what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense for them to go and do that because then it's just gonna piss off their whole fucking fan base. It's different. Like it's a generational talent. They've been waiting fucking how long for someone like Giannis, and as soon as Giannis is off that team, irrelevant. They're gonna be irrelevant for the next 20 fucking years. Unless they get another generational talent that wants to stay there.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's fucking Milwaukee, bro. Like how many people want to stay in Milwaukee?
Yeah, nah, it's cold in the motherfucker, man. Shout out Milwaukee. Yeah. I've been there before, man. It's mad fucking cold over there.
And this dude wants to stay there. He wants to fucking stay there.
Vortex.
And you're gonna go and trade the fucking dude after he publicly says he wants to stay here. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna the whole fan base is gonna be like, "Fuck you, fuck where you're from, fuck blah 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 blah." Everyone's gonna be pissed off. They're gonna be like, "I don't want to be a fan anymore."
I think there's a sense. I think there's a part of like
I'm losing your audio.
My bad. Can you hear me?
You go. Yeah, I can hear you.
I said I don't think I think there's a part of him that doesn't want to be in Milwaukee because of you know, he never joined. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the type that wanted to join like teams, like other players, do like a big three or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why it'll be different. You know what I mean?
I mean,
If he does
definitely.
leave, but there isn't really a big three in York, though. You know what I mean?
Talking about that, you want to talk about the Rockets real quick?
What happened with them? Oh, they got
Well,
KD.
outside of acquiring KD, who else did they acquire? They have they didn't they acquire Brooke Lopez?
Brook Lopez, I believe so too.
So are they potential like badasses as everyone says, or are they like legitimately the oldest NBA team?
Nah, I don't think they're the oldest NBA team. They still got some young boys. They got that Thompson twin. You know what I'm saying? They got Sengun, who's just putting up crazy numbers as a center. You know what I'm saying? Like 30 and 15 almost every other night and shit. You know what I mean? So you can't sleep on them. I think that move to get KD was big for them. You know what I'm saying? Trade that youth. You wasn't gonna have. You had all of these
Sorry,
players that was.
I take that back. It's the fucking Clippers. The
They
Clippers are
got.
now the oldest team in the
Yeah,
NBA.
yeah. That's a little more like it. The Rockets, that move for KD was real smart on their part. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. To give up that young boy. But you got some of the pieces right now with a Kevin Durant that you could win. You know, like Houston would be big. It would be crazy if we actually had a Houston New York finals all over again. Fucking 30 something years later.
Yeah, so
Joan
basically they
Shadamas.
have it's James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Uh Bogdan Bogdanovic, Brooke
Mm-hmm.
Lopez, John Collins. John Collins was their other acquisition.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons also signed.
Mm-hmm.
So they got Ben Simmons now. Patty Mills, Nicholas Batum, Zubac, and then you have a bunch of younger dudes: Kobe
I mean,
Brown, Patrick
they got a team.
Baldwin.
They they got a team on paper. When you hear those names and you see them, it's like, oh, okay, on paper you got a team. But the reality is with the Clippers and a bunch of other teams, it's like, well, but do you perform when it matters? You know what I'm saying? Or are you just one of these regular season teams? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So far, the Clippers, since the signing of Kawhi and these other players that have been there between Paul George and now James Harden and others that was there. You know what I'm saying? They was never really the playoff team that they needed to be. You know what I'm saying? They were just a you know, regular season team that shows up in the highlights and gets talked about. As a team that could do something, but when it's time to do something, they don't really do anything. You know?
I mean, listen. Like when you have a team with Kawhi on it and he's like healthy, then I'm gonna take that team over most of the other teams.
Yeah, they just played. I think they played Houston in the first round, no, and lost.
Mm-hmm.
Clippers lost in the first round this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, Kawhi was healthy. Kawhi was playing. You know what I'm saying? It's James Harden that's really supposed to be the catalyst as the point guard of that team, and then goes having one game that he has 40, and then another game he has 7. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know,
Well, I'm gonna
kind of
switch it
like
up.
Halliburton.
I'll have 12 assists this game instead.
Yeah, and it's like, nigga, all right, well, we'll take 5 assists, man. Drop 40. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you're
Yeah.
not. And then that's been his MO for a while now. You know what I'm saying? That he just doesn't show up in the playoffs. Even on OKC when he won the Sixth Man of the Year award, he was killing all season. When it came to the playoffs and he was playing and they got to the finals and all that other shit, quiet as a mouse. Couldn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was off like hell. Couldn't get it together. Couldn't buy a bucket. You know what I mean? So I ain't got no faith in
definitely.
James Harden. Yeah.
Me
I
neither,
think he's
bro.
been a fluke. I think he's been a fluke his
I
whole
mean, I
career.
love him in fantasy. You already know how I feel about him in fantasy. Like he'll
No, in
pull up
fantasy,
numbers all
he
season.
could, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
But
it's
fuck all that.
it's playoffs that he fucks up. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, right now there's not many roster spots left for the Knicks, so they pretty much will be filling out their empty spots. But
Yeah, and
outside
hopefully
of
it'll be with
that,
some of these cats in the summer league. Go ahead.
yeah, the details, considering the Jordan Clarkson ended up signing for a veteran minimum, and then when we thought that Yabu was going to be signing for a mid-tier contract, it actually seems like he's going to be taking a little bit less, which is fucking huge considering he was offered a crap ton of money by the Spurs and a couple of other teams. So.
Yeah, I think he went on record saying like that he wasn't happy with how Philly, handled the situation with the contract, wanting to stay there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how would you now want to go to New York? You would have to play them 5 times a year,
Yeah.
or something like that. Like that's how you stick it back to them. You get to play them now. Now I'm gonna bust your ass for 5 games. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true.
Put me in the lineup. Put me in the fucking lineup. I'm coming through. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because he, like I said, he felt like he I don't think they even gave him an offer. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, they didn't give
I
him the
think he
proper
felt it.
respect that he deserves.
Yeah, I think he felt a little disrespected with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and he's a solid
I think
player. He's a good big. I think he's somebody who can possibly fill in as a starting role for us at
Yeah.
some point if need be. You know what I'm saying?
he's definitely a fill-in. I don't. He can be a threat at any given time. But the way that Philly played last year, considering Embiid was out, we really can't judge his last year's season. I can't say like his plus or minus off the top of my head right now, but like in general, like the dude, like he shined in the moments where he was allowed to, if you know what I mean. Like the 76ers were in tank mode without Embiid. Like they weren't putting up an effort, but when he got to play and he got actual minutes, he put up numbers. So like that's the thing. You would question how those numbers would look without that being the situation. And of course I like he's not going to have the same numbers with us if he's going to be playing the bench.
No, yeah, but with enough minutes and shit like that, he could get some quality time and be an impact in the game. You know what I'm saying? And the right system. Maybe this is a system for him that's a little better. Like that's gonna be this question mark. That's I think is gonna be the biggest question mark in it going into the Knicks this season. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have Mike Brown feeling this, trying to implement the system, and now have a group of guys that you don't know can necessarily fill the system. You know what I'm saying? Like you was in Sacramento and doing that. But, like De'Aaron Fox is done fast. You know what I'm saying? He's a different type of breed. You know what I'm saying? In terms of point guard. Not saying that, Jalen Brunson is a fast or nothing like that, but I'm just saying like Fox is faster, obviously. You know what I mean? And, I just hope that, his style of play is gonna be able to fit the roster that we have of Knicks players and it start off with us getting W. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start off the season, like I said, with a losing record, below 500 at 20 games. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just 8 and 12. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that where it's like, oh, like, they've been slipping. The teams that they've won against is obviously the bums of the league that we're gonna be seeing all year. You know what I'm saying?
No. Mike,
you beat the Brooklyn Nets
talked about this.
or whatever.
Mike
you know
Brown,
what I'm saying?
Mike Brown isn't running some weird magic system. You know what I mean? Like he's not running the fucking triangle. I don't necessarily view like it's just gonna be a lot of top of the key screen heavy fucking play. Like that's it's not complicated, bro. Like in general,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm just
view
saying,
that.
though.
And then if we're talking about coalescing, like this is the first time in a long time that we have the same fucking rotation of players, bro. Like we finally have a full starting 6 that are our starting 6. Like I'm counting Mitch. You know, like, and those players are already
Yeah,
gelled.
start Josh Hart. Josh Hart is the bench player. That means.
No. I'm talking about like the actual like starting, like if we went by like the starting 5 last year and then we added Mitch, then that would be the starting 6 that we have. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm including that's what I meant. I'm including Mitch as well. Like, but we have already a coalesced group of players that are fucking amazing. You know, at least playing with each other right now. You know, so if we put them in a system that we basically stop jankiness, like we stop like all these all the tip shit. You know, like not so chippy. You know, like just be fucking more run and gun, bro. Like, and actually let our shooters breathe. And then we added shooters. You know, Yabu could fucking shoot. Fucking Clarkson can shoot. You know, like we added actual shooters to our fucking squad, and not bad shooters, like good fucking shooters. You know, and now we finally have a fucking player that can actually handle the ball when he might be a little too shot like heavy, but he can actually, he's proficient. Clarkson is proficient at handling the ball, and he's actually NBA. I can't say he's elite tier, but he's NBA level. Like he's better than fucking McBride is. You know, like,
well, I mean, I guess I'll handle it.
Yeah, when you're talking about actual distribution and like running point, I want Clarkson as my point, like a 6-man. And then I want fucking McBride as my 2, my backup 2. You know?
Yeah, no, that's what it should be, because Brunson really should be the 2. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. All right.
Yeah. You know, and if we're running a system where Josh Hart is coming off the bench, okay, then he would have to be 3. You know, like, so I mean, we're the most filled out that we've been in a really long fucking time. I feel good, bro. I feel fucking good. You know, and I don't even care. Like I want us to be smart, like you said. Leave us space. I think they view it as left change on the floor, though. If we don't use the rest of this bracket. You know what I mean? Like, so we're literally going to, like, whatever money we have left, we're going to use it on something, you know? Like, so, like, I view them as actually filling this list out. And I think they asked Yabu, like, hey, if you take a little bit less, we'll be able to sign another fucking, you know, like, player, you know, like, it'll help us out in the long run. Bet. You know what I mean? Like, I view that.
No, that's Leon Rose. He's been doing that. He got over. He definitely got their move off with on the cheap with getting these players that we just got. You know what I'm saying? Probably that's why I said. That's why I've been saying. That's why I started with. I feel like there could be another move that could be made. You know, like quiet right now, and you know, there's no talks or whatever. You know, like we didn't hear no talks when it was LeBron and Luka. You know what I'm saying? I mean, or I mean Luka and AD really. You know what I'm saying? And it just happened. So, you know, I feel like, you know, Knicks is quiet right now, and if this is the team that we have, then, you know, I'm all for it. I feel like we're gonna be good with it. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not, then, you know, I feel like hopefully, you know, I'm ready for another big name, and hopefully, like I said, it's Giannis and it's not LeBron. You know, let's just to tap into this while we're still in the NBA. Fucking, you know, Luka, you know, LA making moves, you know, really just letting Luka know and not letting LeBron know. LeBron, you know, really acting, you know, a certain way about it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is kind of like more of LeBron's way of like, or even the Lakers' way of saying, like, you know, we don't really want you no more. You know what I'm saying? I think they anticipated maybe if this move was done that they wouldn't have to, you know, sign him something like that he would take the option, but instead that now he decided to stay on the team, but you know, making it known like, you know, what he wants in his future. It's like, you know, you force a hand because you would have to pay them and whatnot. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they own $52 million. You know what I mean? So it's like that's That's not a lot. That's not a little bit of bread, you know. And with you have teams that would have to give up a lot, like a Cleveland, where somewhere you might think you could go. New York wouldn't have to give up that much. We would only have to give up one player if we want to give up Cat for LeBron. I mean, I don't know how fans would feel about that. I don't know. That would be the
I mean,
smartest thing to do
we already seen
in
the
terms of the
Bucks.
long run.
We already seen the Bucks fucking trash Lillard and stretch his contract. So what's to say the Lakers won't stretch fucking LeBron?
I don't know. I think I mean if they did that, that would be, I guess maybe the best move if they don't got no buyers or they feel like there's nobody that's gonna be there to want to accept a trade or a package of what they're asking for in return for LeBron. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like I said,
LeBron technically,
the money got to
yeah.
match.
LeBron obviously would be making away with a crap ton of money that he probably doesn't fucking need. But no disrespect, LeBron. But you probably make more in endorsements than you do on your fucking salary like through the NBA. But anyway, I look at it like if they cut him, they stretch him, then it puts him in a situation where he'll just get picked up by another fucking team. Like what's to say, like you said, like what's to say Cleveland doesn't fucking go and pick him up? Yo, like
That's a fact.
I'm sorry, like
Yeah, I mean Cleveland would have to give up a lot. That's what it is.
We're not in a position to trade for
not
you,
far
but
off
you
either.
just got, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't like I it's a possibility, but I don't see it necessarily happening because of that. Like I think if they did do that, then that would just be that would be the case. Like just because Cleveland doesn't want to buy in right now doesn't mean that if he was fucking stretched and he was a fucking free agent and you were able to pick him up right now, they would fucking toss him the bag, bro.
That's a fact. No, that's a lot of teams. They said they didn't report what the teams were, but they said 4 teams asked about LeBron once they said the news about that. What would be the cost? What would to get him in the trade?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's some bias. It's about if it's worth it for what the Lakers is trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they still got to put a product out there in terms of their fans and what they're doing for the people. You know what I mean? But it's something to look out for. Also, you know what I'm saying? That we could be starting a LeBron watch. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, maybe LeBron be on the move.
Who knows, bro? Who knows?
I think he goes. Where? Not. I don't know just yet, but I think he's gone. I think he goes somewhere.
That's weird. I think it's a power dynamic thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the only franchise that he kind of just has omnipotence, where it's like, it's not necessarily like, I could say the only team that's willing to deal with that is the Cavs.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, because he's bigger than the fucking, like, he's bigger than any player. He's bigger than the franchise. He's bigger than a coach. You know what I mean? Like, he's the biggest fucking athlete in the world, pretty much. And he's getting old. He's getting up there in age. So imagine trying to tell him what to fucking do.
No, it's gonna be. Yeah, and not only that, man. It's like he's the savior for out there. You know what I'm saying? That's where the king all comes from. You know what I mean? So to go back over there, you know what I'm saying, and his career there, you know what I'm saying, it would be a good look for him. You know what I'm saying, in terms of what his legacy does. You know what I'm saying, and then maybe you can team him up with like a Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying, and maybe you just give it up Darius Garland in a draft pick or two. You know what I'm saying?
And it would he would be the first.
That would be a consideration for LA. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, we got Luka, now we get Darius Garland. Two ideal ball handlers that can intertwine and play off each other. You know what I'm saying? It's a good start. Because you're gonna, you're not gonna.
I wouldn't want to do that if I was Cleveland, though.
Well, Cleveland knows they're here and a win now. You know what I'm saying? But, money is also the motivation. You know what I'm saying? And now, if you bring LeBron to Cleveland, you have literally you sold out your season. You know what I'm saying? In terms of ticket sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, your season is sold out now. You know, before
Yeah.
maybe there would have been some games you didn't sell out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever against the
You
Hornets or
sold
whatever. No,
another.
now
You sold
you
another
sold all of that.
bajillion jerseys
Yeah, all of that.
and
That's all. That's all money.
every
LeBron's back.
goddamn thing possible. Yeah.
Yeah, LeBron's back. You know what I'm saying? You know, he goes back to the 23. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this shit. You know what I mean? Like it's different. You know, that's what I'm saying.
I honestly, I never like LeBron on the Lakers in general. It's not I think when we look back at this, and obviously we can't say it now because this whole thing can be amended and then they'll fucking have a championship in a couple of years or some shit with him still on the team or some shit, and we won't be saying this, but like I look at it like it's kind of the lamest part of his career, you know, like
Yeah, this
you
end,
know,
this
like
tail end. Yeah, this LA. I mean, it was good in the bubble when he won the chip. You know what I'm saying? Even though people don't
that.
want to front on it, like it's still a ring. You know
Yeah,
what
no
I'm
one
saying?
wants
So
to
I give him
front
the
on that,
respect for
but that was like kind of the lamest championship in the last like I don't know how long. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
know, but it was
Like,
also a fake pandemic, whatever you want to call it. It's not fake. People die. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like shit changed. You know what I'm saying? And that was the outcome.
yeah,
That wasn't their fault. You know what I'm saying? And they just try
no,
to, continue,
absolutely,
and they won a ring.
absolutely.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
just
So I'm
felt
not
like a
hating
lot
on.
of like I don't know. It was like AD LeBron, like it felt forced, you know. It's like one of those things. It's like I don't know if anything was scripted, you know, like oh we need, you know,
That's
like
for LeBron.
we need
Well, it's just
viewings, like we need
fucking,
viewers right now, like let's give them like LeBron, like Lakers LeBron, you know,
mm,
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just
nah,
I raised an eyebrow at it, you know.
yeah, I mean, okay.
That's the shit that I like. I put my effort and you know energy and not the you know the Rona shit, you know, like
Mm.
yeah, I'll raise an eyebrow to that, like yo, like some shit's going on and like the viewership is down, you know, like
The
and this
viewership is still down.
happens.
That's why I feel like they want the. That's why I feel like there's gonna be a big push to have the Knicks in the finals this year. That's why I said the
I could
Knicks is
see
gonna win the
that,
finals. You
but
know what I'm saying?
a lot of on the
Like
counter end,
they.
yeah, keep going.
I was just gonna say they seen the drop off this year in terms of the viewership in the playoffs when the Knicks was in those games and they was playing, and then the Knicks was out immediately.
Hold on. Hold on. All right, I'll be right back, bro. If you could keep going.
Yeah. So I mean, I was talking about the LeBron. You know what I'm saying? He can make it back maybe to Cleveland. You know, LA. They 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 looking for the future. They looking for the future. You know what I mean? And and it's gonna be different. You know, even and you got teams to look out for. Also, like Houston. You know, with the KD move that made them substantially better. You know what I'm saying? A good team. Watch out for. Like I said, I just said it. Knicks Rockets all over again. That would be a crazy finals. You know what I'm saying? Like bring it back. You know what I'm saying? But this time Knicks get redemption and get the W. Hopefully, you know what I mean. But my bad. They need help. You know what I'm saying with the viewership, and I want to be surprised if some sort of
Woo!
move is done. You know what I'm saying for that to happen. And if it does happen, then I'm fucking John Stradamus for real. You feel me?
What happened? What was the prediction?
The Knicks and the Rockets in the chip. Knicks Rockets. Yeah, Rockets just got Kevin Durant, bro. They just got Durant. They was just the number 2 seed. They was the number 2 seed in the West. You do know that. You know what I'm saying? Joker opted out. You know what I'm saying? Denver's not going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Teams made moves, man.
I know they made moves, but I'm not on the hype train. I feel like that's an overhyped ESPN hype train. I feel like that is just
Nah.
being sold to us. because it's KD. But
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yes, it is an upgrade, but is it a giant upgrade? Not really. He's gonna play 20-something games.
Now, hopefully he plays more than that. Hopefully he goes out wanting to, uh, um, you know, stand on business. I guess you know what I'm saying. It's just like nigga, stop being a bitch. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I hope so, but like we've seen this before from him. Like I don't yes, it puts him in a position where he is the lone, like pretty much the lone star. Like you can't say any other player on that team is a quote unquote
Not
superstar.
Thompson, not well. They got some cats on the come up though between
They
Sengun
have
and
they have
Thompson.
a
Like I
lot of
said,
young talent, like super great young talent, but I don't like one, they're top heavy. So KD's gonna have to play the three. So
that's all right. That's his
I don't
natural position.
I know it's his natural position, but it's also you're talking about a much older KD with the like post Achilles injury.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I mean, I don't like yo. I just it's my prediction. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I just think I think it was a big move for them. I think
Mm-hmm.
the move of getting rid of Jalen Green. They had too many of these like guard same like players. You know what I'm saying? You made a move. You was able to flip him to get back a superstar, a proven superstar in Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, he could play a good amount of teams, be a team leader to some of these young cats. You know what I'm saying? And put themselves in a position to win. You know what I'm saying? I think we all seen when Houston was in the playoffs, they're like, oh yeah, that's a team that could lose in the first round. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't a threat yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're still young. They don't know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? Well, now they know what it takes, and I assume that they'll still be a playoff team again after being the number 2 seed. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So, and now adding Kevin Durant, like Jalen Green is nice. I'm not taking nothing from him, but I think Kevin Durant is better than him right now at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Still, you know.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think you're talking about a young talent that refuses to get better. Like it's one of those like classic cases, like a Ben Simmons. You know what I mean? Like except it's almost the opposite. Like he can shoot, but he refuses to work on everything else. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's because he fucking whoever Drea Michelle and shit. Fucking, he had that what's a good word right here? Premium box, I guess maybe. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah, I
soul
don't.
snatching box. You
You're
know what I'm saying?
speaking
Nah,
alien to me.
nah, it's the girl Drea Michelle. That's his baby mom. You know what I'm saying? She's a known, chick that was out there, messing with mad players and shit before, like Gilbert Arenas and others and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But he's a young
Gotcha.
boy. You know what I'm saying? He's only 23. She like 38, 39. You know what I'm saying? So she throwing it on him. He not ready.
So outside of that, I mean, they get rid of the cancer that is Dylan Brooks. You
Yeah,
know?
Dylan Brooks. Yeah, he's a fucking dick too. He's such a he's trash, bro. He's trash, man. I can't stand that dude.
So I mean,
So,
I
but I
view them
can't
as
fuck. I
such
don't
a
like Houston either because from that '90s team. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
can't stand them. So
Me
fuck them.
neither.
Mm-hmm. Word up.
Except for Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Props to you, my man.
Whatever. I mean, he had an amazing year. That's it.
He dream shake to my heart.
Okay. And on that note, I think we've done with sports right now. We gotta get into hip hop.
All right, bet.
Clips dropped. Uh, album. Let God sort them out. First Clips album in mad long, in decades. You know what I'm saying? Almost 20 years or whatever. And from what I'm hearing, they got some good tracks. They do got, from what I heard, they got some, words for niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of other people I can't think off top right now, but I know, Pusha presented some shots. But they got some good music. Bringing that coke rap back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you
Yeah.
don't like that?
Nah, I
You
mean,
know, like
I'm
that.
a, I'm
I
I'm
seen
a
I seen
fan of it.
that shit.
It's one level to it though.
Yeah.
Like I want a little bit of evolution.
hmm Well, I mean, they use similes, you know what I'm saying, and metaphors to, on their hood shit, you know what I'm saying, but it always comes
Like,
back to a
bro,
pound and
you
shit.
haven't you
You know what
haven't
I
you
mean?
haven't touched anything or been about that in such a long time. Like, and you're highly successful. Like you wrote the fucking McDonald's jingle. I'm so
Uh,
tired of you talking about Coke.
uh, yeah, well,
It's like a human being. You know what I mean? Like if you met someone and they were like when you were younger and it was like they were cool as fuck and you were like, but yet they were like selling like blow. Like they were selling drugs out like nobody's business. They were fucking crushing it, and somehow you got to see them 20 years later and they were still the same exact person,
hmm
and you're like, you know what I mean? Like it's not even like they got a mansion somewhere or whatever. They're just the same fucking I'm a crazy drug dealer, blah blah blah. It's just zero evolution. You know what I mean? Like I view it
hmm
as like you're super successful, like talk about some other shit. It's just a lack of depth to me. That's all, bro.
uh,
Not taking anything
yeah,
away from clips, bro. I love the fucking clips, but it's one of those things that I don't know. It's a
uh.
push for relevancy. I don't
I'm just
know.
saying, man. I'm just saying, like, it's been a minute. They did come out, and they sending shots at niggas, man. So
We
I think
yeah.
there's gonna be some retaliation bars at least in the next coming weeks. Hopefully, maybe,
From who?
from some of the people
Travis
that
Scott?
maybe, or who else? They talked about somebody else too. I can't think of it. It wasn't just Travis Scott that they was talking about though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But whatever.
I mean,
And
I'm
then
I'm like props to them. Like I look at it like we just had this discussion last year about him. Like that discussion went viral about Pusha T. And like
mhm,
people kind of all agreed like nah, like the dude literally just has been the same. You know what I mean? Like, and we've all kind of accepted that his music sounds exactly the same.
mhm,
Like
mhm.
so it's just
Yeah,
one
but
of
he still
those
got bars
things.
though. Still got bars though. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I'm just saying, like, it's the clips. You know what I'm saying? And we
Yeah.
grew up when it first came out. It was fire. You know what I'm saying? I think they
Oh
probably
fuck yeah.
oversaturated it with their career. You know what I'm saying? And then not showing maybe some of the versatility that you're talking about in terms of rapping and whatnot. But I mean, Malice had went, rapping about God. He wasn't even doing this. You know what I'm saying? And now he's back. So. I guess it's a little bit something to celebrate if you are a fan of them, or you know what I'm saying, that they're back together making music again. They
Oh
doing all
fuck
their
yeah.
runs right now and all the podcasts and shit like that. Even though they ain't stopped by the Jones Hour yet, but it's all right. And
Probably
that's
because of
what's
me.
up. Nah, right after what you just said, nah. And yo, but we gotta shout out Drake too before we end the show, man. I gotta shout out fucking Drake, nigga. This nigga, yo, man, he he the man, bro. You know what I mean? Like he took this on the chin. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna put out some music real soon. You know what I'm saying? We just seen that What Did I Miss shit. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't he get implants?
What? I don't know. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
didn't he get like recently exposed like last week for getting
Yeah.
implants?
Oh, I don't know, bro. I have no idea. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking strictly about the music. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm talking about, like you know, what happened with Kendrick and taking the L, you know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, right after that shit, he came out with a song and it was fucking Give Me a Hug. Right after K Dow went crazy with the fucking with the Not Like Us, you know what I'm saying? And even like that, you know what I'm saying? Like he it was just the timing of the Not Like Us, you know what I'm saying? That really kind of like caused him to lose, you know what I'm saying? Because he came out with the Family Matters, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? Family Matters might be a better diss track. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
And in terms of, how it was, but it was just like how it happened. You know what I'm saying? You're live streaming, you're listening to shit, you're like, oh, Drake happened, oh shit. And it's literally like an hour later and you're like, wait, Kendrick drop again? And it's like, oh shit, yo, Kendrick dropped again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? completely took everybody off of whatever Drake was saying. It was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? But you know, he's coming back with the "What Did I Miss" shit right here. You know, coming at LeBron. You know what I'm saying? And some of the other cats that, you know, yeah, some of the cats that was saying that they was his mans and shit. Then when shit hit the fan, you know, yeah, they was on the other side and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I respect him for it. Checking niggas and shit like that. He about to check a lot of niggas right now. You know what I'm saying? For what they did. You know, he just talking dumb shit still, you know? Or whatever. He try to come out and be like, you know, Europe got the best rappers lyrically. You know what I'm saying? In rap. I don't know how true that is. I haven't heard too many London or Europe niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think any of them better than Nas. So there goes that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a culture vulture, so it's like one of those things that, like, you know, having you know, a patois or have like rapping
Yeah,
like
speaking you with
Skepta,
those others. Yeah.
you know
Nah,
what I mean? Like
yeah. He know how to make a
he
song, bro. I can't front on it.
he knows how to
Can't
steal
front.
he knows how to steal someone's shit. So like that's you know, like, and he's also been called out for that, you know, for stealing like a lot of UK people shit, you know. So I don't know how much love he has in the UK, you know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm looking at these ab implants, bro. Like, he looks like a Ken doll.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when you got money, you have nothing else better to do with your money, so you could get, you know, implanted abs and be good.
It's
But
like
I would get implanted head.
It's a proportion thing, though. It's like he has like the most incredibly ripped abs, bro. All right, but he got no arms. Like, he got twig arms, and like his shoulders are regular size. Like, he got the same shoulders me and you got. All right. But homie got like fucking like wrestler abs. Like, he got Ultimate Warrior abs, but like our shoulders and arms. I'm gonna show this real quick. I don't know if you're gonna be able to I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but yeah, this is what Drake's abs are looking like right now. But yeah, regular fucking arms, regular, and then like crazy ass body. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's like an action figure or some shit. Like a really poorly proportioned action figure. Like, it's as if they like photoshopped all of this and then they forgot to Photoshop this. You know? It's just super strange to me. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I was hoping that Jones would end up getting back on, but it seems like I lost him. So unfortunately, this is a wrap for the Jones Hour. I appreciate everyone that tuned in with us. Thank you so much for viewing. We should be back next week. Sorry for my absence last week. I had a bunch of personal shit going on. But it's all good shit though. But outside of that, I'd like to give everyone and that's about it, everyone. Much love. Shout out to
Jones. We born to die.
This is
y'all niggas keep your hands off. You know what I mean? Yo, Aunt Acid, what's the deal?
the one and only. And we out.